Hi everyone, welcome back. My name is Denise Coughlan from Resolute Pilates and Wellness Studio. I hope you enjoyed the last video, so coming back to you again with a new sequence of movements that you can perform seated in your chair. So just remember, these movements are suitable for anyone who will be a wheelchair user, if you've got limited mobility, or if you're recovering from a spinal injury. But if you have any particular injury or illness that you're unsure whether these movements are suitable for you, make sure you get your medical clearance first. So I'm going to bring you back into the sequence of the warm-up and the breathing that we started off with in the last video. So I want you to bring yourself into your chair and just allow yourself to become nice and relaxed and comfortable. Bringing the feet underneath the knees in line with the hips, and resting the hands either on your thighs or to the side of the chair. Keeping the back resting against the back of the chair, lengthening the spine and keeping the head in line with the spine. I want you to bring the awareness through to the core, visualizing the belly button ever so gently drawn towards the back of the chair or the back of the spine. A gentle connection, and bring the awareness to the breath. Inhaling through the nose and exhaling through the mouth. Breathing in for 5 and exhaling for 5. Relaxing the shoulders and keeping the head in line with the spine. So we're going to start off with a gentle sequence of warm-up movements, starting off with the head nods. So we're going to inhale, bring the head forwards gently, lengthening into the back of the neck, and exhale, bringing the head to center. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, flexing the head without rounding the spine forwards, and exhale. Let's do 2 more times. Inhale and exhale. 1 more time. And back to center. We're going to bring the head into rotation, looking over your shoulder as you exhale. And inhale, coming back to center. Exhale to the opposite shoulder. And inhale, coming back to center. Notice any differences on the sides. And just make sure that you're not forcing the head to rotate both sides evenly. So you want to just make sure that if it's tighter on one side, you're not forcing it. You're just being aware of that sensation. 1 more time. And then bringing it back to center. We're going to tilt the head to one side, ear to the shoulder, and back up to center slowly. Inhale and exhale. So we're bringing the ear towards your shoulder, not your shoulder towards your ear. So keep the shoulders relaxed, keep lengthening through the spine. And let's do 2 more times. And 1 more time. And back into the center slowly. We're going to rest the arms. And we're going to come into some shoulder rolls, bringing the shoulders up, back and around, keeping the head centered, keeping the awareness with the breath, inhaling through the nose, exhaling through the mouth. And changing direction, inhaling through the nose, and exhaling through the mouth. Drawing the shoulders up, forwards, down and away from the ears. And 1 more time. And bringing the shoulders back down slowly. We're going to elevate, shoulders to the ears, and depress, hands towards the feet or towards the ground. We're going to add in a little bit of mobility through the calf on this one, through the ankles. So as the shoulders come up, we're also going to raise the heels, and then lowering the heels. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. One more time. And release. Going to reach the arms ahead of you. We're going to stretch the arms as if you're trying to reach to grab something, and then draw the shoulders back towards the direction of your chair. Inhale, keeping the shoulders relaxed, and exhale, shoulders together. So we're kind of trying to keep the shoulders away from the ears, even though we're reaching and drawing back with your shoulders. Try not to lean the body forwards. 2 more times. And then last one. And releasing down slowly. Just release the shoulders, a few shoulder rolls again. And then releasing down to your sides. Lateral flexion. We're going to reach down to one side and back into the center slowly. Tilting the head to the same direction that you're tilting the spine towards. Make sure that you don't feel uncomfortable, like you're falling off your chair. So you want to ground the opposite hip to your chair, to the opposite side that you're reaching towards. 2 more times. Exhale. And inhale. 1 more time. And back into the center slowly. We're going to bring the hands to a prayer position underneath the chin, lengthening the spine and taking it into the spinal rotation, the spine twist. Exhale to bring it into rotation, and inhale coming through to the center. Exhale to the opposite side, and inhale coming into the center. Exhale, and inhale. So we're going to add in a little bit of range of movement through the legs, through the hips. So we're going to add in a single leg raise, bringing that knee up slightly as you're twisting to the side. So we're going to raise the leg, that's the side that you're twisting towards, and back into the center. Exhale. And inhale. Exhale. So you can leave that part out because it does get quite heavy on your thigh, but it's just a nice one to bring in a little bit of movement through the hips. 2 more times. And 1 more time. And bringing it back to center slowly. Releasing the arms. And we'll give those shoulders a little bit of a roll. Always come back to just release or rest. Inhaling through the nose and exhaling through the mouth. So we're going to bring it into spinal flexion and extension, leading from the head nod, slowly drawing the chin forwards, keeping your weight back into your chair as you gently curl the spine forwards as you exhale. And inhale, start to bring the spine back up. Lengthening through the spine, 1 vertebrae at a time. Really bring yourself back up to that long extension. Exhale, going forwards. And inhale, coming up. So if you want to add a little bit extra stretch onto that one, we're going to stretch one leg away from you as you exhale. Reach down the leg. It doesn't have to be completely stretched. And inhale, because you'll find it's going to be a little bit hard to straighten the leg when you're seated into the back of the chair. So just go to an extension on the leg. It doesn't have to be a full stretch. Exhale. And inhale. And because we're alternating legs, you can just slide the one hand instead of the 2 hands down the leg. Exhale. Inhale, coming back up slowly. Lengthening the spine. Exhale. So again, you want to make sure that you're sitting back into your chair. You don't feel like you're falling forwards. Always come back up to where you began. And as I explained to you in the last video, you might find that you feel a little bit dizzy sometimes doing these movements. The change of the head position, sometimes the blood pressure drops. So if you feel uncomfortable, maybe don't go down so low or leave these ones out. And coming back up slowly to your starting position. And then we're just going to bring it back to that shoulder roll again. Inhaling through the nose, exhaling through the mouth, returning to the breath, keeping the awareness of the connection through the core, lengthening through the spine, inhaling through the nose, exhaling through the mouth. Okay, so for this sequence of movements, we don't need any equipment, just your chair and your body resistance. So we're going to take the hands just to the side of your temples, just fingertips touching to the side of the temples. We're going to close the elbows together, visualize just a gentle contraction through your pectoral muscles, your chest. And then open the elbows, expanding through the chest, but also lengthening through the spine as you inhale. Exhale. And inhale. So visualize across the back of your shoulder blades, opening and closing, working across through the chest as well, lengthening through the spine, and exhale. So at the same time, we would still want to try and relax your shoulders, as hard as that is, because we're working around shoulders. We want to try and relax them at the same time. So you don't want to draw your shoulders up to the ears. Inhale. And exhale. Okay, we're going to add this one into the spinal flexion. So inhale to open, extending, and then exhale, flex, curl. Think of your elbows coming down towards your thighs. And then lengthen the spine back up on that inhale breath. And exhale, think of contracting across the abdominal area, slightly bringing the head forwards. And extending back up. So we can add in a little bit of leg work. We can draw the knee in towards your chest. And then extending back up, letting your foot rest. Exhale, opposite leg. And inhale. So you can add in or take away any different parts of that movement. Exhale. Inhale, lengthening up. 2 more times. It does get quite challenging. Exhale. Inhale. 1 more time. Exhale. And inhale, lengthening up and releasing back down to rest. So as I said, always bring it back down to that rest and allow your body just to recover there for a few breaths. Because it is quite hard, even though you're only using your own body resistance. Okay, so the next movement is adding in a little bit of oblique work. So we're going to warm it back up with this spine twist. So we're going to bring the hands into prayer position. Exhaling to rotate the spine, lengthening through the spine. And inhale, coming through to center. Exhale, opposite side. Inhale, coming through to center. So this is just to start warming up the thoracic area of the spine, which is where we're going to be working on with the next one. But it's also starting to just free up the body, working around the oblique area, which is what we're going to be doing next. Okay, 1 more time. And back into the center. Okay, so what I want you to do is to think of this movement, the rotation, the oblique twist, and then the previous movement where we were bringing the spine forwards, the flexion. So those 2 movements are combined into one. We're going to take the hands behind the head as we started off with earlier on. So just remember, we've got this movement, the twist, and this movement, the flexion. So we're going to start off, just rest the hands to the side of behind the ears. We're not interlinking the fingers behind the head. Just try and relax the neck. So we're going to bring it into that twist with the hands behind the head or to the side of the ears. So lengthening through the spine, exhale and inhale. So that's the start of the movement. What we're going to do now is we're going to go opposite hand to the opposite leg, just bringing in the twist first. So we're going to bring the body into rotation, but we're going to reach the opposite hand to the outside of the leg. So the hand is going to be facing in towards your thigh, like you're holding onto your thigh. And we're bringing the spine into that rotation still, and then coming back up with the hand. Exhale, and inhale. So you're just holding onto the side of the leg, the spine is still extending, and it's almost like you're pressing your thighs together. Okay, so now we're bringing in the flexion. So we've got the twist, the hand, but we're also going to slide the spine slightly forward. So we're not directly ahead, we're going down towards the side of that leg. Think of bringing your head towards the direction of the outside of that knee. So we're sliding down towards your foot on that outside, and then coming back up slowly. So we've got the rotation, slide the hand, and also flex down the leg. And coming back up to your starting position. Exhale. And inhale. So it's really important that you're not pulling on your neck on this one. So you want to tilt the head so you're looking down towards that hand, and the other elbow is pressing back behind you. It's reaching to the wall behind you. So we're going to add in a little bit of sequence through the legs, the single leg stretch. Exhale. And inhale, lengthening up. So you can do any part of that movement from the way we started it off, with just the twist with the hands behind the head. You don't have to add in the extras, because it is quite challenging. So we're twisting, flexing, and stretching through the leg. Exhale. Reaching the hand just past the knee down towards your floor. Opening the elbow behind you. 2 more times. And 1 more time. And back into the center slowly. Bring it back to the rest. Rolling the shoulders. Inhaling through the nose. And exhaling through the mouth. So it's quite a tough one. You don't have to do all those parts together. Okay, so we're going to add in a little bit of a stretch. We're going to go with opposite hand to opposite leg, whichever side you want to do. And then the other hand, we're just going to reach it back to the wall behind you. So as if you're trying to grab something on the wall behind you. So if you've got your left hand behind you, we're going to look behind to that left hand. Or if you're on the right side, we're looking behind the right shoulder. So we're going to lengthen through the spine. Just slightly pressing that hand in on your thighs, like you're squeezing the legs together. And with the other hand then we're pushing away. Shoulders relaxed, focusing on the breath. Inhaling through the nose. Exhaling through the mouth. And then coming back to the center. We're going to change sides. Opposite hand to opposite leg, placing the hand on the outside of your thigh, pressing inwards. Opposite hand reaching back behind you and bringing the head to look over your shoulder. Lengthening through the spine. Inhaling through the nose. And exhaling through the mouth. Breathing in for 5. And exhaling for 5. And then bringing your body back around to the center. Quick twist to the opposite side just to balance it out. And bring it back to those shoulder rolls. Okay, so I'm going to turn my chair sideways. You don't have to, it's just so you can see this movement side on. So it's a pelvic tilt in seated position. So, if you can, we're just going to slightly shift your weight more to the front edge of your chair, okay? Just so it's giving you a little bit more space between the back and the back edge of your chair. Feet and knees in line with your hips, lengthening the spine and resting the hands onto the thighs, or you can hold onto the side of the chair or the legs for this one. So this is a seated pelvic tilt. It's a lumbar spine, so lower back area. And again, coming back to, as I said at the start, if you have any issues with the particular area of the back, the discs, this is lumbar spine. So it might be one that you would avoid if it feels uncomfortable or painful. So what we're trying to do on this is to visualize the base of your lower part of your back and visualize the base of your chair. I want you to imagine like you have a book sitting on top of your head. So your head always remains in line with your spine, like you're balancing that book on your head. So without rounding the upper body, we're just going to go into the base of the back. So visualizing the base of the spine coming into the back edge of your chair. So we still have an upright posture on the top part of your back. You're not leaning forwards. And then lengthen, draw the spine away from the edge of your chair and lengthen back up into your seated position. Exhale to roll back. As you're rolling back, you want to think of the abdominals contracting gently across that rib cage area, and then lengthen the spine back up. So you see that the head stays in that same position all the time. It's just the base part of the spine, the lumbar spine, that we're tilting. So we don't want to hinge back. So hinge back is just where the top part of your spine touches the chair and the lower part doesn't. So we don't want to keep the lower back away from your chair and just touch the top. We want to make sure that it's the base of the spine that's creating that rolling and releasing. So really good mobility, flexibility, strength through the lumbar spine, lower back, as well as strengthening through the core. Exhale. And inhale. Okay, let's do 2 more times. Nice and slow and controlled. And 1 more time. And back up to your starting position. We're going to take the 2 arms stretched ahead of you, and keeping that long spine, we're going to bring it back to the twist position that we did earlier on, but with the arms ahead of you this time. So I'm going to get you to sweep the arm back behind you, see that twist coming through the spine, but we're still lengthened into that neutral position, and then come back into your starting position. Sweep the arm on the other side, exhale, and inhale. So you still have the other arm, your front arm is in line with your shoulder. Exhale and inhale. Okay, let's do 1 more time. Now you can stay on that individual part of that movement, but we're going to add in the previous movement, which was your pelvic tilt. So now it becomes oblique roll back. So you can see now that we're sitting the base of the spine into your chair. We're still adding in the twist. The head is still rotating in line with your spine. And then notice then the spine coming away from your chair. Okay, so we've got flexion, rotation, and extension, stacking up the spine 1 vertebrae at a time. Exhale. And inhale. And anyone that wants to, the side that you're twisting towards, you can also stretch that opposite leg away from you. Exhale. So we're stretching the leg on the same side that you're twisting towards. And back up slowly. Exhale. Inhale. Really try and relax those shoulders. Exhale. Shoulders relaxed. And inhale. 2 more times. Exhale. And inhale. And last one. And release it down slowly. Bring it back to rest. A few shoulder rolls. And then bringing it back down slowly. Okay, so bring yourself back into your chair, completely sitting back so you feel supported and comfortable. Rest the hands, palms up, hands down, any way that you feel comfortable, or you can use the rib cage breathing. So we're coming back to that breathing sequence we did in the last video, working from the count of 5 to 10, and then 10 to 5. And try not to force the breath. You can close your eyes, or you can keep your eyes open. Taking it to the 5-second breath. Breathing in 2, 3, 4, 5. And exhaling 2, 3, 4, 5. Breathing in 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And out 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Breathing in 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And out 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Breathing in 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And out 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Breathing in 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And out 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Breathing in 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And out 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Breathing in 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And out 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Breathing in 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And out 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Breathing in 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And out 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Breathing in 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And out 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Breathing in 2, 3, 4, 5. And out 2, 3, 4, 5. And continuing on with that breath. And notice the difference in the breathing. Hopefully you feel like the breath is a little bit freer. You can breathe a little bit more. You can feel the expansion on the rib cage as you breathe. Inhaling through the nose and exhaling through the mouth. Allowing your body to rest. 2 more breaths in this position. Inhaling through the nose and exhaling through the mouth. 1 more breath. And bringing yourself back into the room. If you had your eyes closed, we're going to slowly open them again. And just waken up the body. Bring into a few stretches. A few rotations on the neck. And then bring it back to center. So I hope you enjoyed that video. And I'll be coming back again with a new sequence of videos for you to perform at home. If you want to change up the videos, you can do video 1 and then do video 2 the next day. So you just scroll back on the posts until you find the different videos that we'll be posting up as we go. So as I said, hope you enjoyed. If you have any questions, pop it in the comments below. If you have anything that you want to give feedback on, I'd be happy to hear it. I'm going to be adding in a little bit more leg work as we go along through the sequence, so that will be coming. And thanks for joining me again. Take care everybody, and I'll chat to you soon.